again, welcome back. So we're in October now, and I wanted to get out. Probably going to be quite busy this month, so I wanted to get out. Well, I've got the opportunity and keep up with my camp every calendar month. I want to see how long I can keep that going. I started it back in April 2021, so some months I do more than one, but you know, for this challenge, you've got to do one every calendar month. So that's why I've just watching the weather, and I thought I'd get out, get my October camp in. So you might have worked out where I am by now. We've got Steel Fell there, Helm Crag, and then looking up to Seat Sandal. The last time I came up this route, it was back in February this year, and again I was trying to maintain my one camp every month, and it was right at the end of February, and I just managed to get up here and nab it. So yeah, so that was a camp I did on Seat Sandal up here. I did a video on that, check it out if you like. If you like seeing me suffering and freezing in winter, have a look at that one. But yeah, so I'm going to head up towards Grisdale Tarn. That's at the top of this climb. Rise Beck, I think the stream's called there. And then once we get up there, I'll tell you a bit more about what I've got planned for tonight. Yeah, here we are, Raise Beck. Been a lot of heavy rain recently, and some of the past I've just come across that field down there. It's an absolute, it's like a brimming lake. But lovely that, it's just really nice descent route this. I really enjoyed it last time, so yeah, straight up though, it is quite steep. Well, I told you we'd have some heavy rain. Check this out. Look at that. Just want to have a look at these up further up there. So we've just reached the top of Raise Beck, and first thing you see, Fairfield, Coffer Pike. It's leading on to St Sunday Crag. Can't see the tarn yet, but won't be long now. This strangely named Willie Wife Moor. If you know anything more about that, I'd be interested to hear from you. That's an odd one. So here we are, Grisdale Tarn. Quite sheltered here actually. Popular camping spot this, so not for me. So where do you fancy? Seat Sandal, Fairfield, that See these zigzags up there? Absolute horror that. All just like loose scree, it's awful. St Sunday Crag. So I've camped on Seat Sandal, I haven't camped on Fairfield, I've camped on St Sunday Crag. Every time I've been up Fairfield, probably like 3 times, 4 times maybe, and every time I've been up there it's been horrible. Or we've got Dollywaggon there, or Grisdale Tarn. What do you think? Oh, I think spots of rain. Don't like that. Yep, definitely spots of rain. Might have to get some gear on. I'm probably realised I'm a fair weather camper. I don't want to be out in heavy rain. I mean, I've been caught out in it, but going out in it, no thanks. So, let's head up Dollywaggon. Hopefully that was the one that you fancied as well. See if we can escape this rain. Wow, it's a real bog along here. But yeah, I was saying about Grisdale Tarn, I sort of dismissed it as a camping place for me, but saying that, you know, in an emergency, if the weather turned bad quickly, you could get down there and get your tent up and just be, maybe, in theory, a bit more sheltered, but we know what it's like in the mountains. Sometimes it's not sheltered wherever you go, but maybe more sheltered than up there. So yeah, don't really rule it out altogether. I don't think I'd choose to camp there, that's all. But can't see anyone down there today, and the time is 4 o'clock. Nope. Pretty quiet. That rain, it doesn't look like it's going to blow through, so I'm going to get my jacket on now, I think. Don't want to get wet. Put this other stuff inside my rucksack, keep everything dry. Yeah, not going to risk it. Just heading up the steps now towards Dollywaggon Pike. Who the hell named it that? Some weird names up here. Willie Weiss Moor, Dollywaggon Pike. But I've had a few spots of rain, but nothing more yet. How beautiful is that? I'm still crossing these fingers really tightly that it's going to stay dry. So, just at 2,600 feet now, and views St Sunday Crag. What a beast that is. Camped on top of there, but yeah, what a great ridge walk that, up to Fairfield and then back down again. You go back down the Grisdale Valley. Yeah, superb. And looking down there, just got my first sight of Coniston water. Right, I think we've got about 200 feet to go to the summit of Dollywaggon. Keep going. Just thinking back to the first time I ever came up here, and it was winter and I hadn't done much of this at all. All this was totally banked out with snow, couldn't even see the path, and I just dragged myself up here. My god, I must have been mad. But I'll see if I can find some footage of that. Yeah, great though. And I've also got my first sight of the tongue. Let's have a look at this. that. Now then, I've got a video on that. I did that in winter. Set off on a lovely day down in Grisdale, came up here, up there, eyesight's crampons, got on the top. It was like, I think my video's called Arctic Helvellyn. It was absolutely full on, but quite different today, so it's nice to be able to check it out. I haven't seen it since. Lovely views down Grisdale. Oh, it's so nice being able to see stuff. Right, we'll keep going up here to the summit of the Dollywaggon Pike. Just broken off the main path now, which is down there, heading for the summit of Dollywaggon Pike. There's a fork in the path there at the marker post. Again, great views. Just heading up to the summit now. Look at that. Oh. Look at that. What views! Look at this. Ah. Here we are, Dollywaggon Pike, 2,820, something like that. I'll put it on the screen. So we're on the Tongue now. This is the bridge that came up in winter, and I can see Nethermost, the East Ridge on Nethermost Pike as well. That's where I did that quite recently, where I had the got the drone above the clouds. There it is. Wow, wow. Hard Tarn, camp there. Ah, superb. I don't think I'm going to go any much further down the Tongue now, down this ridge. Look at that. Wowzer. Blown away by this. Look at it. Striding edge there. Catchy cam in the cloud. Oh. What does it always like say, all the YouTubers? Absolutely stunning. Because it is. Ooh. Right, so I just managed to get pitched up before that cloud came in. My God. But what do you think? Get that for a view that was. My God. I hope I'm not going to be stuck in this all night. Flipping heck. I best show you around while I can, because who knows what it's going to end up like. Look at these clouds just wisping around. Ah, I don't want to spend the night inside a cloud. So I just got the tent pitched up and it's all clouded in. Can't believe it. Good pitch though. Tell you what, my hands are absolutely frozen. It's not even that cold. I'm struggling winter, that's for sure. But look at that. Bit of a breeze coming and going, but I have struggled with some of the pegs. See there, I've made sure I've got the yellow guys are the main guys for the body of the tent. So I've made sure I've got them in. I've got a rock on that one. This is the windy end. So yeah, can't get those in, you can see there, but I think it should be alright. It's starting to clear a bit. I guess it's going to be like this all night, coming and going. But yeah, I think we're just at 2,800 feet. You can see it all coming across. I've got a bit of a view down to Ullswater down there. It's just, what time is it? 5:30. So I just got pitched up, and wind's supposed to drop tonight, but I really don't fancy a night in this cloud, but what can you do? It's just how it is. The last time I was up here on Helvellyn, I spent a night in this. But we're here now, and it is what it is. But I'm gonna get my hands warmed up, I think, and have a sandwich and have a brew. Feel better now. I've got this down jacket on. Right, back to you in a bit. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention to you. Look at this. Cow pat. That means cows. I hope they don't turn up in the night. The cows wandering round up here. My God. Another one there. Flipping heck. Yeah, that would be a thing. Wake up in the night, look out my tent door, and there's bloody cow looking back at me. My God. Anyway, clouds coming in now, so nothing much to see for now. I'll get the kettle on and come back to you if it clears. See you in a bit. Hello again. Well, it's 9:15 now, and I'm all settled in. Got in the sleeping bag, and it's not a bad night actually to be in a tent. It's not too windy. I've had a bit of rain going on earlier, nothing major, just pitter patter on the tent, so it's fine really. I made sure before I got in the tent, I made sure it's all properly nailed down, checked all the guys and the pegs and everything, so hopefully that'll be alright, just in case that wind does pick up later. But oh, I couldn't believe it. I lost my sandwiches. I thought, my God, I'm sure I brought some sandwiches up here. And I looked everywhere and I just couldn't find them. Couldn't believe it. I thought I was going mad. I thought maybe it dropped out my rucksack or something, but I thought, I'm sure when I got here I took them out out my rucksack. And then I found them. I was sat on them. So, so I'm not going to bother with them now. I had 2 lots of sandwiches, so I've eaten the first ones, and I'm not going to bother with them after being sat on them. But yeah, so tent's all good. Just got my boots there, as you can see that, and yeah, all settled in really. But I've had a look outside, and you just can't see anything. It's all clagged in, and the forecast for tonight is, I think it said cloud, mist, fog and drizzle. Not great at all. At least we got some views before I got the tent pitched up. I was able to show you some of the views before we got the tent pitched up, but yeah. And tomorrow morning is looking just more of the same, so we may not be able to see anything again until we get back to the car. But that's how it is some nights in the mountains. I've still enjoyed the walk up, and they say you always learn things. I'm learning about the area again. I'm quite familiar with this area, but being up here again, it reminds me of some different places. I've seen some places that I may camp in future, and it's always good to experience using this tent and my equipment. You're always learning things all the time. Learn a bit about the weather as well. So yeah, it's always worth getting out if you've got the opportunity. Right, I'm going to sign off for now, and that'll probably be it for filming tonight. As I say, there's nothing really more to show you. Okay, see you in the morning. Well, good morning, and it's 7:10 now. Sun rises in about 5 minutes, but there ain't no sunrise. It's been pretty damn windy and so damp all night. There was a bit of clarity, but I just didn't want to get out of the tent because it was that windy. There was a period when the stars were out and everything, but it's just so damp as well. I mean, even with the wind, condensation, you still get it. It's just so damp. It's like being sat inside a cloud. I'll show you what it's like outside. There's nothing to see. Yeah, so I've got all my stuff packed up inside the tent. It's just gonna take this inner tent down now, and I just want to stay inside as long as I can, and then I'll get the tent up down. That's the last thing I'll do, and I've got my waterproofs on and start heading back. But I'll keep my compass handy because that fog is forecast, and it could get worse. Visibility could get worse than this. The forecast all week is to be pretty bad actually, so I think we've seen the best of the good weather, and it's time to get off this mountain. Right, I'll get all this lot packed away, and we'll start heading back, I think. all packed up. It's 7:45 now, and look at it, just the same as it was forecast. So you know, this is it, I think. Just have a look over at the summit here. I was camped at 2,810 feet last night, just 5 feet below the summit of Dollywaggon Pike, which is there. Yeah, I was planning to go back via Burke Side, which is sort of over towards Nethermost Pike, and then you double back and drop down that way, but just no point. It's further, but if you can't see anything, and that's what it's supposed to be, so I think I'm going to go back the same way that I came up, and get into town for some breakfast. Yeah, leave no trace. I put the rocks back. I used some rocks to pin the guys down, so I put them back in the pile there, so it's all nice and clear just as I found it. And time to start heading back, I think, in the fog. Let's go. So I've just reached the top of Ray's Beck now, off Dollywaggon. Couldn't see anything up Grisdale Tarn there, couldn't see a thing. It's just the same here. But there's some quite steep, rocky, not scrambly, but you know, just rocky sections that are really wet on this. So with a camping rucksack, it needs a bit of care. And there's water running across some of it as well, so I'll have to be careful on this. In the dry you just rattle up here, no problem, but as conditions change you need to maybe just adapt your style a bit to stay safe. Right, we'll get on with it. Well, it looks like it might be clearing lower down. Look at that. All the cloud moving around. But look at this as well, this waterfall. Fantastic that. So we're heading down that way now, back to Dunmail Raise. Let's go. So here we are, I've just reached the bottom of Ray's Beck, and Dunmail Raise is just there, and guess what? Looks like it's clearing up there. What can you do, what can you do? But I'm really pleased to have completed my October camp. That's a run that I started, as I said, in April 2021, so I think I've done 19 consecutive months of camping. Some months I've done more than one camp, but I had to get at least one camp in every calendar month. So yeah, pleased about that. I mean, it's great to have these little challenges, set them for yourself, because there's plenty of time when I think I can't really be bothered going out, but because I've got the challenge, I force myself to get out, and I never regret it. There's always new experiences, there's always new adventures to have, and when I get back, I'm always pleased that I've done it. But now we're into October. This is when the tough stuff starts, because getting to November and then December and January, they're the real tough months for getting excuse me, for getting out camping. You know, you sort of you've got to get used to it and move out of the summer mode into the winter mode. I generally start that now in October, November, and then by December it's tough, especially on your own. Excuse me. 16 hours stuck in a tent on your own in a snow blizzard, freezing. Why the hell do we do it? I don't know why we do it, but hey, we get a buzz out of it, don't we? Right, so probably about another 20 minutes or so back to the car and get changed, and gonna head into Ambleside for a proper cooked breakfast. Looking forward to that. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a claggy one, but what can you do? We got the views going up, but after that it turned into a bit of a clagged in camp and clearing now, so hey, well, we'll just have to go back, won't we? Yeah, so hope you enjoyed it. Big thanks for watching. Get in the comments if you've got any comments about my video or the routes, or if you've got any advice for me. I always appreciate that, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See ya.